high school theater class's one-act play. They're going to be performing for you in just a minute, but before we get started, I wanted to thank a couple of people. June Gentry helped us create the music and the sound. It's all original music and sound for the presentation, so I think you'll enjoy that. And Mrs. Dryden also brought a lot of the props that we'll be using on stage. So thank you very much. We will be performing for you The Telltale Heart, one of Edgar Allan Poe's classic stories. Please hold your applause till the end, and I hope you enjoy the performance.
But there's nothing wrong. You didn't think there was anything wrong, did you?
Of course not. Only I'm actually living one. Except for that nice little baby.
I'm fond of that old man. I was happy to give him a home.
Most generous nonetheless. You know you're income so limited. And you're not able to work.
But I've been writing. My last article was sent back though. Alas, the psychology of murder.
Murder? You write so much about murder.
It's an intriguing subject.
You've sold none of these articles?
The publishers! They don't think I'm qualified to write about murder.
That's good.
Perhaps someday they'll change their mind.
You don't look so well. Have you seen a doctor?
There is no need.
The doctor might give you something to soothe your nerves.
Nerves? You talk as though I'm sick.
Well, we don't mean that. It's something.
I know what you're hinting. The disease. It's sharp nerves, not dull ones.
That's true, but if you'd only rest you can go to the hospital.
Hospitals? I have no need for hospitals. Did you hear that?
No.
It was like a pounding. My sense of hearing is very strong, as are my other senses. I have no need for hospitals.
My friend meant no harm.
Of course.
I suppose the old man has retired. He has told me how soundly he sleeps.
He's gone to the country. I miss him. I love that old man.
It's getting late. You must go.
But you come so seldom.
Make it sooner next time.
Oh, before you go, I will get the building about the soup. So kind of you.
You're happy to bring it.
I'll be only a minute.
I'm sure I saw the old man come in, and he didn't leave. Why would he send the old man into the country?
Probably just thought we were trying. He is a little suspicious.
I told you, he needs care. We should insist that he sees a doctor.
We're not going to get involved. You should have never sent that note to the police.
But all those articles on murder.
A pastime. Anyways, we're not getting involved. I hope the police never find out who wrote that.
They have no way of finding out. It wasn't even signed.
Shh! He's coming.
You're bold. And thank you again.
Good night.
Take care of yourself.
Why do you say that?
Only a good wish. Nothing more.
A madman. That's what they think. I'm only tired. So tired. He's fast asleep. Why did they ask about him? I love the old man. I'm only tired. Very tired. Who are you?
I'm the Mr. Wilson.
My real son.
Have you been hiding me for this long time? You understand?
No. No.
Every minute, day and night, since the old man came to live with you, the plan, your plan, has haunted you.
I love the old man.
That has nothing to do with your plan.
I have no reason to harm him.
You want to know about murder? And there is his eye.
Ah, yes. His eye.
That eye.
The eye of a vulture.
A vulture should be destroyed.
He has never harmed me.
While he lives, you cannot be free of that eye. For 7 nights, you know it. 7 nights, you've opened this door.
I only meant,
Be very cautious this 8th night.
I have no reason. I have no desire for his gold.
It's not for his fault.
He trusts me.
Move cautiously. Don't rouse his suspicions.
He's never hungry. The minute I have a watch when there's more noisy than I.
It is midnight. You will open his door little by little.
No,
He does not suspect your secret thoughts.
he's never harmed me though.
His eye. Have you forgotten his eye?
His eye will disturb me when it is open.
A pale blue eye with a film.
It makes my blood run cold.
A dull blue eye and over it, a hideous thing.
Chills the very marrow of my bone.
The eye will open soon. The eye will be upon you.
It cannot be. The old man is fast asleep.
You do not listen when I warn you about the eye. You do not hear.
I listen. I hear. My hearing is very acute. I hear many things others do not hear. And when I listen at the door, I can even hear the beating of the old man's heart.
Then listen.
I hear. That steady beating drives me mad. That and the eye.
Rid yourself of the eye.
I can't stand the eye.
Then quietly, softly, the lantern. Silence the heart.
I'm not mad.
No, you're very
I will not do this deed.
steadily, little by little.
He has done me no harm.
He will not see. The room is black.
He keeps the shutters closed. He is afraid of robbers.
Noiseless.
Don't you hear it?
Hear what?
His heart. I think it's going to burst.
Silence it. Silence.
If the eye's not open, I cannot. I have no other reason.
Go.
Who's there?
He heard.
Be quiet. He will think it's just the wind.
I hear something.
He's frightened.
Is someone there?
Don't answer. He will think it's a cricket.
I pity him.
The eye.
Who?
I cannot.
The
His
eye.
heart. The beating of his heart becomes stronger.
Move. Cautiously.
My breakfast tea.
Open up in the name of the law. It's the police.
What about you?
Good morning.
You're the college.
We saw your light.
I had trouble sleeping. I was preparing my breakfast. And you?
Checking the area.
Checking the area.
During the night, a scream was heard,
Or one of your neighbors.
as though someone was calling for help.
Somewhere in this vicinity.
We've been ordered to search all this.
It's merely a business.
You're free to search.
Thank you.
The shriek was reported to be most piercing.
The shriek was mine. I had a dream.
A nightmare?
Yes. A nightmare.
That sounds logical.
Yes, it does. A nightmare, a sudden scream.
Would you like to search the kitchen and the bedroom beyond?
Thank you.
Then come back and rest. You shall see that I can be a good host even at this hour. Are you satisfied?
Yes, everything is in order.
Is there anyone else in the house?
There is only a rumor.
A rumor?
An old man, a charity case I took out of kindness. But he has gone to the country.
May we see his room?
In here, you'll see his room is undisturbed.
Thank you.
The water for your tea is already boiling on the kitchen stove. You do eat early.
As I said, I had trouble sleeping.
After the nightmare.
I'll brew tea for you, gentlemen.
find anything?
Not yet.
Maybe he was only pranking.
It's the second one I've had.
He didn't deny the scream.
It's hiding something.
If we give him time to break.
Should be coming back in a second.
This is a rare piece of china.
A friend sent it from Japan. Do you find all things to your liking?
Your rumor is a neat housekeeper.
Come, you shall see how hospitable I can be.
Thank you.
Won't you sit? You must be tired. Then have a cup of tea to warm you.
Thank you. It's been a long night.
This weather, it chills one to the bone.
The tea is most welcome.
I'll open the old man's door so that it will be warmer should he come back.
You are thoughtful.
I frequently sit here so that I will not feel alone.
You expect him back soon?
One can't tell. The old man is eccentric.
You're fond of it?
Very fond. Won't you have some more tea?
Just a bit, please. It's great.
You seem a little nervous.
Nervous? Yes. I suppose I am.
Of course. Then
It's enough to get anyone feeling of reality.
I'm nervous, but the neighbors needn't be alarmed.
Your neighbors? Should they be?
I've told them many times. The disease is sharpening my wits, not dull them.
disease.
A nervous disease, the doctors say. But it hasn't affected my senses.
Of course it has.
I admit to being nervous. Very nervous. But I am not disturbed. Not mad.
Did you hear anyone scream tonight?
He means aside from your own night.
No. And I would have.
Perhaps the scream came while you were still asleep.
I would have wakened. Above all, my sense of hearing is very keen.
You're proud of your hearing.
I hear all things in heaven and in the earth. I hear many things in hell. Did you hear anything?
Nothing.
The tea is very good.
You heard nothing.
Only a voice.
I grew nervous for a moment. I'm better now.
We can see that you're much better.
Well, let's get on a different subject. Since you are gentlemen of the law, and don't seem to be in any hurry to leave, may I ask why we can't have a street light in our corner? It is very dark.
Streetlights cost money.
Add to taxes.
Taxes! Taxes! The old man needs a light. If he comes home after sundown, he could stumble in the dark.
We'll take it up with the city fathers.
Gentlemen, do I go pale?
I hadn't noticed.
Perhaps it's the heat.
Shall I open the door?
No! No, it's not the heat. Did you hear anything? Just then.
Nothing.
What do you think of the taxes?
Infernally high.
And likely to go higher.
It's the portal thing.
Was that a bell outside?
No, there's no bell.
You think it's my imagination? Hearing the bell.
Nothing more.
Shall I make another pot of tea? This one is getting cold.
No, thank you. This one's just fine.
You don't hear that sound.
What sound?
It was like a pounding, a low thudding sound.
I heard nothing.
Nor I.
I tell you, the sound is distinct.
It's only that you're a little nervous.
Yes, that's it. But I'm all right now.
As we were saying, it's the portal thing.
It says in the Constitution, we shall have fair and equitable taxation.
You want to have a form citizen?
Informed citizenry promotes justice.
And I know the Declaration of Independence. When in the course of human events,
You know it well.
why do you look at me though there's something wrong?
We're only admiring your knowledge.
My mind, it's as sound as yours.
Of course.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created. Did you hear that? I asked, did you hear that?
I hear nothing.
Nor I.
That sound is not within my ears. You see my nervousness. But to go back to the Constitution. All men are created. You must hear that sound.
No.
That sound is not within my ears.
We hear nothing.
I'm more nervous than I thought. But I'm not insane.
Of course. Not insane.
Promote the general welfare. In spite of this, the government raises taxes.
Without consideration for the poor.
You don't hear that muffled sound.
No.
Such as a watch makes when I'm wrapped in cotton.
There is no sound. It's your imagination.
My imagination. Yes. My imagination.
Sit down and talk.
What are you doing here? You're the police. What are you here for?
We came about the tree.
I know the Constitution. I know the Bill of Rights. No one may search my house without a warrant.
We respect your rights.
I can talk if I please. I can speak my mind. Congress shall make no law abridging freedom of speech.
We respect your rights.
I tell you again, I'm not a madman. I'm nervous, but not mad.
We know you're saying.
You know I'm saying, yet you pretend to hear nothing.
We hear nothing.
Of course. Of course, there's nothing to hear. I was only joking.
We understood that.
Well, what were we talking about?
The Constitution.
Oh yes, the Constitution. No one can be charged for murder unless the grand jury indicts him.
Murder? Why do you speak of murder?
And he may have a trial by jury.
You know the law well.
Then why don't you go?
We're just finishing our tea.
How can you say they don't hear that noise? It's increasing.
You're joking again.
Of course.
We're almost finished. Excellent tea.
The tea! What's come of my hospitality? Can the government possibly say that taxes aren't too high?
I don't see how they dare.
You're the police! How dare you enter my house at the time of morning?
We saw your light.
I'm going to close the store.
I'm sure the room is warm.
The old man won't come home now.
Why do you say that? What are you hinting at?
I meant because of the hour.
Of course. Maybe I can close it.
Seems to be closed all the way.
How can you sit there and smile and pretend not to hear?
Hear what?
The sound! It grows louder and louder.
It's only that your head aches.
You have a ringing in your ears.
Yes, that's it. My headaches. So if you'll leave.
In a few minutes.
But I've shown you everything. What more do you want?
We're just enjoying the tea.
But your duty. You were to go through the neighborhood.
Yours is the last house to be searched.
You still hear nothing.
Nothing.
You're baiting me because you think I'm mad.
I assure you.
You're making a mockery of my horror.
Believe us, we're most sympathetic.
You pretend to be sympathetic, but you really think I'm mad. You do, don't you?
I told you, you don't.
Wait till you see how healthily, how calmly I can tell the story.
We're listening.
I like the old man.
You know.
Every night I look in on him. I sit beside his door so that if he should awaken, he would know someone was near.
Kind.
When I look in on him, it takes an hour for me to place my whole head within the opening so far that I can see him lying on his bed. Now would a madman be as wise as this? Why do you stare? What are you thinking?
We're just interested.
I move quietly because of the eye. I don't want his eye to open.
Why not?
It's an ugly eye. It has a horrible cast.
We understand.
Every morning, I go into his room. I speak in a hearty tone. I say, hello, how are you? So you see, stop staring. Stop smiling.
We're not smiling.
You just couldn't guess that every night at midnight. Stop laughing, I